alone again in my head. Oh, now you're gone. Well, I can't believe it's over. So much wasted time. So now you're gone and now it's over. I can't be so blind.
T-O-O-J-A-S-S.
Thornton Academy football sits at 3-0 after an important road win against Bonnie Eagle. TA struggled in the first half and trailed as late as the third quarter, but in the end, the atmosphere and magnitude of the game didn't faze the Trojans.
Yeah, it felt really good for us. I mean, at the beginning of the season, we knew we were going to be good, but making it an act and beating big teams like that on the road, so it was a huge win for us. The atmosphere was really cool. I mean, you have, 1,000+ people there cheering you on or cheering against you no matter what. It's a loud game. You got the lights on, so you just have people screaming your name or screaming your team, and it's a lot of fun. It wasn't really anything about, they're a great team, no doubt, but we didn't come out as strong as we could have. We came out a little flat line. We were kind of playing at a lower level, which we should have been playing at our level.
Well, I think it was just a matter of getting into the flow of the game for us. The first possession we had it, we moved the ball pretty well. We kind of stalled out. But after that, I thought we had overall a real good day. So
Thornton Academy's offense is skilled at several positions. Because TA can pass, catch, and run at several positions, opposing defenses are having a hard time shutting down the Trojans for a full game.
It definitely makes us difficult to defend. Last game you could see that they were definitely taking away one part of our offense, which was Dakota. They didn't want us to throw the ball, which I understand that.
So it's so good because defenses can't stop. They can stop a couple players, but then you're going to have Dakota in the pass game, Eric and Andrew and me in the run game. There's a lot to stop, and I don't think a lot of teams can do it. Yeah, it's great. So you can run the ball and then know 103 fade. Dakota's just going to jump over the guy and get it. So yeah, he's a great receiver.
Just our diversity on offense, being able to get the ball spread around. I've been very happy with that. I've been happy with our way our offensive line has come along. I feel like we were concerned. We had 4 new starters. I think they've developed pretty quickly.
Because you try to take what the defense gives you. That's for sure. I mean, you go out with a certain game plan where you want to get everyone touches, and then you see how what you're getting from the defense and who's having success, and you stay with it. And that's what we've done every week. We're going to feed the guy that's showing the results. So.
Most of the Trojan offense from 2011 returned in 2012. One of those players, senior halfback Nick Kenny, has developed a reputation for delivering as many hits as he takes when carrying the ball.
Well, it's I got my adrenaline up and I could make a cut, but most of the time I just think it's easier getting the extra yards, getting a first down. I know I'm going to get the first down, just rushing through them. It's a big adrenaline rush.
Honestly, I thought Nick had his best game last week. I think he had a good feel of what we were doing, and he was hitting up there hard. And the biggest thing is I think finishing runs. I think it was he had one run of 15 yards where he ran over the free safety, and those are big runs to have. And
it's awesome because when you see him break through the hole and he just goes head to head with some corner safety who doesn't take much hits, and he just rocks them.
Kenny's best friend off the field is senior quarterback Eric Christensen, who in his second year as a starter is blossoming into an elite quarterback.
I think every quarterback that we've had that's played at least 2 years, you've seen a drastic improvement in year 2, and it's because of the experience of the position. We can rep things as much as we want, teach kids certain things until they're in it live. It's not the same. And last year, we pared some things back. Eric, I think you're going to see more running out of him this year. Last year was more throwing. He's a terrific thrower. But I think the running aspect of his game, you're going to see more. And so I think overall, his overall grasp of the system, and sometimes you make mistakes, and you got to make those mistakes to learn. And unfortunately, he made some mistakes last year. None of us want him to make those mistakes, but I think he had an excellent season too. That shouldn't go unnoticed. But I think we're expecting more from all of our skill kids, Eric included.
Yeah, last year he hurt his ankle a little bit and it was kind of slow on it. And then this year he's shown really good how he's running. And yeah, he's doing great passing and he's progressed a lot. It's definitely important. We've known each other our whole lives, so he's my best friend. I trust him, so it's good knowing that he's going to give me the ball and make the right reads and stuff.
You want that from your entire team. And any unit that goes on the field, you want them to be as tight as they can. And I think it's definitely beneficial, to have that bond, because when things get tough, is when your true colors come out, and you want people to stick together. And if you have somebody pulling on you that's a good friend of yours, I think that's invaluable.
The Trojans hit the practice field to prepare for the Massabesic Mustangs, a team which has a powerful offense but suspect defense. TA will try to key in on star Mustangs quarterback Jake DeRochers.
Coach always says, he's a good quarterback, never take any team lightly. Execute your blocks. If you follow your blocks and if you execute the right way, you can get them.
I think they're a good team. They're obviously strong on offense, but they're well coached, and I'm sure they're not going to just roll over on the defensive side. They're going to try to give us some problems. Maybe they'll do something different, but I think we're confident either way on both sides of the ball. So.
Yeah, I don't think it's really easy to overlook them. I mean, sort of, but they have a lot of hype in them right now with their quarterback, and their running back's very good too. So I kind of just want to end that. We're kind of excited.
The fourth game day of the year arrives. After today, the regular season will be half over.
At running back, a senior number
Welcome to the beautiful campus of Thornton Academy. The Paul S. Hill Jr. Stadium is the site for this Portland Press Herald live HD exclusive as we bring you high school football.
As both teams prepare for the pregame festivities and coin toss, it filters through the stands and sidelines that DeRochers has suffered a non-football injury and will not be suiting up for the Mustangs. While it may seem like all good news for the Trojans, now they must try to defend a new, nearly as fast quarterback in Casey Nava. On the opening kick, the TA special teams delivers a strong first impression.
Risty is going to pick it up finally at the 5. Risty cutting this way, and he's going to be corralled right around the 10 or 11 yard line.
Massabesic's opening drive was a feeling out process with the new QB, and Bobby Began would soon introduce Nava to the Hill Stadium turf.
In motion and nothing happening as Welch went in motion and they handed off to Risty.
down in the backfield by number 53,
Bobby Began, leading tackler for the Trojans, all over that one.
Later in the drive, Nava would take to the air with similar results.
Second and about 12. Nava has it intercepted. Cody Lynn acting like the receiver that time as he cut in.
After the turnover, the Thornton offense didn't waste much time. Christensen would give the fans in attendance the game's first score.
Christensen gonna keep. Christensen could go right corner, touchdown Trojans.
touchdown scored by number.
In its first 3 games, TA gave up a lot of big plays on defense. Today would be no different.
As we're under a minute to go in this first quarter. Nava gonna keep. Nava's dangerous. 40, 30. Libby's trying to catch him. He's not gonna do it. Casey Nava with that speed. Touchdown Mustangs.
The Mustangs tied the game 7-all still in the first quarter. But with just 3 seconds to go in the quarter, TA would answer.
Christensen scrambles a little bit, throws a pass, all alone is Libby. He makes the catch, and he's trying to get the end zone. He does. Touchdown Trojans.
The Christensen to Libby hookup gave TA the lead after 1, but another big play was on the horizon.
Massabesic. Nava gonna pass across the middle, complete. Breaking in the secondary, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Dylan Cromit.
The long touchdown tied the game at 14 and took away the momentum. As TA took back possession, Nick Kenny would once again prove tough to take down.
Christensen hands off to Kenny, and Kenny almost took Nava for a ride. Nava got enough of him. but not before Nick Kenny has a Thornton first down.
Later in the drive, Libby would give the lead back to TA.
7 minutes to go, first half, we're tied at 14. Thornton, it looks like Libby on the Wildcat goes in to the left corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
TA took a 21-7 lead in the second quarter and would get the ball back. That's when Christensen found junior tight end Cody Lynn.
Christensen back to pass, rolls this way, goes short to Cody Lynn. Cody Lynn busting through tacklers, and Cody Lynn is down around the 5-yard line.
After Lynn's catch, TA would go up by 2 scores thanks to senior Alex Riziakis.
Inside, let's see, into the end zone. I think that was John Riziakis.
Touchdown scored by number 29, Alex Riziakis.
Alex Riziakis.
Thornton played sloppy at times but took a 28-14 lead into halftime. As the second half began, however, Massabesic had another big play.
Score is 28-14, Thornton Academy ahead. Pitch out, coming this way and getting yardage. He could go. Dan Welch, 20, 10, and knocked out of bounds. Saving tackle by Cody Lynn.
Lynn saved a touchdown on Nava's long run. And on 4th and goal, it would be Alex's brother John Riziakis who would save a touchdown.
4th down for the Mustangs from about the 3.5-yard line. Nava goes to his left. He's trying to get in that corner. Thornton's got the angle. He did not get there.
The play was a turning point in momentum, and it wasn't lost on assistant coach Greg Parody in the press box.
Move, move. Come up. We got him.
Yeah, Johnny!
In the fourth quarter, TA would finally pull away thanks to nifty moves by senior Dakota Tarbox.
Christensen on a pass, complete the Tarbox. Tarbox shakes a tackler. Tarbox could go. 10, 5, he walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
With TA's balanced scoring attack this afternoon, it was time for senior Dylan Morton to join the end zone parade.
Thornton Academy, 1st and 10. And it's Dylan Morton for the first time. 30, 20, 10, and Dylan Morton has a touchdown.
Morton's first touchdown of the season capped off a gritty 42-14 win for the Trojans, who would have little time to celebrate before hurtling into homecoming week against undefeated Scarborough. Back in the film room on Monday, Coach Kiesel's focus is on his defense, which has allowed big play after big play all season.
We gave up 2 plays in the first half. You know, they gave up a 61-yard run and a 80-yard pass, and you know, we've got to make a conscious effort to stop that. I mean, you know, it just seems like defensively this year we've given up 5 touchdowns over 60 yards. So it's something that you know, we got to make teams earn it and drive the field. And you know, I think we're pretty good defensively, but it's just, you know, for whatever reason we've had, you know, containment issues, we've had wrong angle issues, we've had busted coverage issues. So we've certainly got to eliminate those going forward.
You know, just bust the coverage here, and it's giving up 7 touchdowns, guys. 5 of them have been plus 60 yards or more. 5 out of the 7 touchdowns we've given up have been plus 60 or more. It's got to stop, fellas. It's got to stop. I mean, you got to make teams drive the field on you.
As the session progresses, one player who receives more praise than criticism is senior John Riziakis, whose 4th down stop changed the face of the game.
And here's a kid, you know, that you know, sophomore year was a JV junior varsity player. Last year was a junior varsity player, and you know, as a junior, you could see that he started, you know, making plays at the junior varsity level, and he had a great winter getting ready, great summer. Comes in, and it's one of those kids that has just kind of matured in our program. You know, he's put his time in, he's been patient, and you know, he's played at a very high level for us. I thought, you know, that play was huge. I mean, all of a sudden now it's a 1-touchdown game, but you know, he read his key, he stayed at home, he took a great angle to cut the Nava kid off and forced him out of bounds. You know, and I thought the week before he made some great plays defensively for us, and you know, late in the 4th quarter there, he had like 3 pass deflections, and he played at a very high level. So it's great having kids like that kind of bide their time, they're patient, you know, they understand that it's a process to get on the varsity field here and do it and put the hard work in, and he's being rewarded now.
It's Friday of homecoming week, and the school joins in the gym for the rally festivities. Many times, the dress-up days and special events can be distractions from the real business on Saturday.
I think it's, I think your kids obviously have to stay focused. That's something that we kind of stress, and I think our kids have done a real good job of it. We've been pretty successful on homecoming games. Certainly you want them to enjoy the week. They're high school kids. You want them to enjoy the camaraderie and the rally and everything else that goes on. But ultimately, what they're going to remember most is the game. So you got to get ready for the game. You got to put your time in. You got to learn the game plan. And if you do that, I think we put ourselves in good shape to be successful tomorrow.
Yeah, it's so fun. I mean, the school's different. Like, the field's different. There's so many people in the crowd in school. Like, there's so many different things the school offers during the week. And yeah, it's just a great time where everybody comes together. It's really cool because you hear about it all week of these people talking to you saying good luck, and then next thing you know, come game time, pregame, the stands are full, and then you got everybody around you, and it's just an amazing atmosphere.
Another homecoming rally tradition is a dance-off between fall sports teams. The football team put on a show for the ages. The skills shown by the varsity team earned them perfect 11s, and even Coach Kiesel was impressed with their agility.
For most of those guys, it's probably their comfort zone. That was pretty impressive, and I think certainly that's probably the upset of the year so far here at Thornton Academy is them knocking off the girls soccer team.
Outside for the final practice of the week, smiles fade as the rain beats down on Hill Stadium. The first foliage of the fall is creeping into the trees around Saco, but junior Andrew Libby can no longer creep up on defenses after 3 punt returns for touchdowns.
What's that? Man's game.
At the same time, I also go for the ball. Like, sometimes they'll punt away from me, like out of bounds or something, and then I'll just go catch the ball and I'll make a few plays. And then there's a lot of key blocks, and I just cut it to the outside. Really, everybody has a key block. I mean, yes, one does set it off, but the rest are also very key to continue the way through.
I think for the entire team, it's a boost. I think we came out and I think we were a little sluggish. I mean, you saw with that first drive that they had, there wasn't a lot of motion, and they took it away from us. To have a play like that, those are game changers. Anytime. And it wasn't just Andrew. I mean, you look at, Josh Coffin on that play had a great block. Robert Reynolds had a super block. And then we come back later in the game and we have a great kickoff return by Josh Coffin. Those plays you can't. They don't show up in the stat line on an offense, but those are our offensive plays for sure.
Yeah, Andrew does a lot, I thought last week was probably one of his best games blocking for us. He scored off the chart, blocking in a run game and stuff. So he does a lot for us, and certainly special teams, defensively, we ask a lot of him, and then offensively, and I think, something that I've liked this year is we've been able to be a little more diverse. We've been able to, we haven't had, run up in a Wildcat as much as we have the years past, just because I think our regular offense is so much better than a year ago. The kids, Eric's playing at a high level, Nick's at a high level, Dakota's playing at a high level. Cody Lynn gives us a very good tight end, and Dylan Morton, he's kind of the unsung hero. He's a guy that doesn't get many touches, but he's probably the fastest kid on our team.
Scarborough comes into the homecoming game with an identical 4-0 record. TA will be tasked with stopping another quick quarterback in Dylan Russo.
They've got athletes all over the field, kind of like us. At every skill position, they've got kids that can make big plays. Their quarterback is playing really well. The Russo kid, he's a dual threat. He can throw the ball very well. He also can take off running. He's made a ton of plays with his legs so far. Defensively, they're tough to cover up. They get off blocks. They run the ball, and they're gonna have they have a great game plan. So Coach Johnson will have them ready, and it's gonna be a heck of a battle tomorrow. I think something that we preach is 1 week at a time, and I'll tell you what, right now, with the schedule we have, we could go in that Sheriff's game with 2 losses. We got 2 very good teams coming up here, and we certainly cannot look past anyone. You can't do that in this league. You saw that earlier in the season with, Noble upsetting Sanford and teams that we thought were going to win, not winning, and you've got to take it 1 week at a time. You've got to plan for that team. If we, our goal, obviously we want to make the playoffs, but you want to play home playoff games. You can't mess up, or you're going to be on the road at some point.
As the light walk-through practice in a downpour wraps up, Coach Kiesel calls the team over for final instructions and a look at history that will be remembered on Saturday.
Focus of the week, right, guys? We talked about the idea of tradition here at Thornton Academy. Tomorrow, right, we're going to have a bunch of alumni coming back. We've got that 1962 team that has been inducted into the TA Hall of Fame. Okay, guys? I don't know if you saw the paper today. You want to read the paper? Yeah. You see the article? Did you see it today? Yeah. Right. A good, great article, right? McNabb, who wrote it, actually works in the paper. Okay, right? You know, I mean, the title kind of sums it up, right? I mean, what are they talking about 50 years later? Team. Not talking about individual stats. Not talking about who made all conference, who the all pro. It's who is the team. And that ultimately, in the end, guys, is what people are going to remember is the team. They're not going to remember who won the Fitzpatrick Trophy back in 1962. They didn't have it, okay? But you don't remember, right? You don't remember. You don't remember who won it 3 years ago. Okay, but you can name every state championship, right, the last 3 or 4 years. Okay, so that's what people are going to remember, guys, the team. Okay, if you haven't had a chance, go online, read the article. It's a great article. Okay, it just talks about all the members of the team, all right? Swampus part of that team. Yeah, Swampus was the 62 team. You're part of that team. All right, guys. Great article. All right, guys. Sophomore year. Right, Captain George, you go, fellas.
All right, boys, bring it up. Shut up and make this quick. Shut up. All right, boys. We need to come into the tomorrow's game with emotion. We need to come with fire. We need to make a stand, boys. Yes. We need to tell Let's go! Let's go! Emotion on 3! 1, 2, 3! Emotion!
Less than 24 hours later, the rain has subsided, but the Red Storm have arrived. Thornton has benefited from several different contributors this season on defense, including senior John Riziakis. The teams finish up their final stretches in hopes of securing an all-important 5th win of the year, which clinches a playoff spot. Christensen takes time to throw to each of his receivers to get in a rhythm before kickoff. It's the defense, however, which is on Kiesel's mind as he pulls the squad together.
Right now, time we make a statement defensively. Okay? It's good angles, run the ball. Let's be angry, right? We talked earlier in the year about imposing our will on teams. Okay, it starts on defense. Just hit him, and hit him, right? Let's whack, right? Let's get 4 or 5 hats to the ball. All right, punish them. Let's go, fellas. Let's get going now. Go, boys! Go, boys! Let's go.
Homecoming may just be another game in the standings, but it means more to the community.
Let's go make our community proud today, right? Got a lot of former players coming back to watch the performance you guys put on, right? Give them a good show, right? Let's go. Trojans on 3. 1, 2, 3. Trojans!
Before heading into the locker room, senior Bobby Began addresses the team.
This is your homecoming. It's not theirs. You got to make a stand right here, boys. First series, first drive, we score, we stop them. All right, we give them nothing. This is our team, our time, and our Let's go. This is our field. We haven't lost on yet. Don't make it now. Let's go. Trojans on 3. 1, 2, 3. Trojans!
Once in the locker room, the mood usually quiets down for a few minutes prior to kickoff. For some, it's a time for rest. Others, for prayer. For all, it's a chance to collect their thoughts before heading out to start the game. Began once again decides to stand up and address the team, in hopes of taking the focus and turning it into punishment for the Red Storm.
It's just fun. It's fun to go out there and scream. It's fun to hit someone. Let's hit people. Play football how football was meant to play. Pub levels. Start high, stay high. We gotta come out strong, boys. We've been coming out weak. We gotta start strong. Alright? Yeah! They're 4-0. We're 4-0. Who's gonna be 5-0 when this thing's over? We are! Who's gonna be 5-0 when this thing's over? We are! In this game, we're in playoffs. Let's say playoffs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Playoffs! Let's go, boys!
Before Coach Kiesel addresses the team, the Trojans have some special guests. The captains of the 1962 Thornton Academy State Championship football team take a few moments to wish them luck. The 62 team is being inducted into the Thornton Academy Athletics Hall of Fame. Another pregame custom takes place when Andrew Libby writes an inspirational message on the whiteboard. Today's message is last breath, last play. Coach Kiesel is ready for his pregame talk.
Nice of them to have stopped by. Did they introduce themselves to you? Two captains, right? Football team. Okay. That's something that they don't always remember. It's something that no one can ever take that away from them. As a group, they did something special, and they're still being recognized for it. We say this is a special place. People always ask, what is Thornton Academy? Well, if you're here, it doesn't need an explanation. You understand what it's all about. But if you're not from here, no explanation doesn't justice. Well, represent yourselves, your teammates, this coaching staff, all the players that came before you, the ones that are going to come after you, and this community. It's a special place. They're going to come out in a few minutes here, and they're going to come out, they're going to wave their flag at midfield. They're going to dish everything that we represent, because they think that helps win football games. You talk with your pads today, fellas. That'll get you there. Go get the red sword!
For a special event like homecoming, it's all hands on deck, including the Thornton Academy Pep Band, led by TA music teacher Jennifer Witherall Stebbins. Senior Brandon Briggs kicks off the homecoming game, and the Trojans start on defense. Despite the warnings, TA still gives up an early big play.
Dylan Russo fakes, being chased by Tarbox. Russo gets away, throws downfield, and that's going to be complete to Viola. That ball hung up a long time.
After the long completion, Kiesel's defense settles down, eventually forcing a fourth down inside the 20-yard line. What happens next is a play that will not be soon forgotten.
Dylan Russo, high snap, and loose ball picked up. It's a live ball. Bobby Began, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown Trojans!
Yeah, Bobby!
Woo! Began's long fumble return for touchdown leaves him short of breath on the sidelines, but leaves his team ahead by 7 points in the first quarter. Later in the opening quarter, Nick Kenny would get the offense moving.
There's Nick Kenny. Nick Kenny up over the 35 and chugs ahead to about the 37-yard line.
As the second quarter begins, it would be Libby who would double Thornton's lead.
Second down, Thornton Academy. Libby with the ball. Libby cuts it up inside. Libby to the 5, and let's see what they call it. They're going to say, touchdown, Trojans!
Touchdown. Once Libby was done scoring on offense, he'd come back on defense to throw Russo for a loss.
The Red Storm going left to right on your screen. Russo gonna keep. He is met in the hole. Andrew Libby from his safety position saw a lane to the quarterback, and Libby took it.
But nobody is perfect, and on the next Scarborough drive, Libby commits a critical error on a long 4th down.
Russo, across the middle, and now they're going to call pass interference.
The penalty gave the Red Storm a 1st down, but Libby's teammate Dakota Tarbox would push the Red Storm back.
In motion, Rabine. Adams has the ball, tries to go wide. That's Tarbox all over him.
2 plays later, it was 4th down again for Scarborough.
On this 4th down play, they can get a 1st down right around the 3. Russo across the middle. And coming up short is Rabine, I believe. Rabine made the tackle. He got to about the 7, and a bunch of Thornton tacklers says that is it.
As the season has progressed, so has the offensive touches for number 24, Dylan Morton.
Morton's going to take the ball. 35, 40, 50, 40. Dylan Morton all the way inside the 30-yard line.
Morton's long run put the Trojans in the red zone, where Kenny would claim another rushing touchdown.
Hand off to Nick Kenny. Nick Kenny! Touchdown, Thornton Academy!
With their bend but don't break defense, TA led 21-0 in the 2nd quarter. During a timeout, the team is helped and hydrated by a host of student and volunteer helpers, like longtime manager Nikki Scontris. With just seconds left in the half, Scarborough lined up a long field goal try.
The ball's down. Viola's kick is blocked. And grabbed by Jack Rondon. Jack Rondon gets to midfield as the 1st half comes to an end. And Thornton instead gets the momentum.
The block kick was an exclamation point on a superb 1st half from the Trojans, who were understandably fired up in the halftime room.
We play TA football! Every game we should be like this. This is fun!
On a day where the 1962 state championship team was being honored 50 years after their title, the Trojans were playing like champions. Coach Kiesel was positive but cautious.
Defensively, that's a great job, though. Right, that's a great job. You know, they're going to get plays against us. They're good. Okay, you guys done a great job keeping them in the pocket. Okay, guys, you've done a great job, right? Just got to get a hand in here, knock the ball away. You guys, you're in great position on a couple of those, right? Right, just knock the ball away. Get a pinky on, right? Knock that thing away. Okay, guys, right? But we're in a good position. You're going to get their best shot offensively starting. We got to go. We got to keep going. We're going to play hard. We're going to run the ball. We're going to have some shots. They've got to get out of that cover 2. I mean, they're playing pass defense right now. They're playing cover 2 all the time. All right, there's no way they can sit in that. They do. We're just going to keep pounding the rock. Right? Once they go man, we got the Vermont players going to run right by them, guys. Right? We get an easy one. Okay, guys, right? So just be patient, pound the rock, 2 hands on the ball, right? Let's make sure, right? Hey, take the ball. Let's drive the field. Let's keep this thing rolling. Okay, guys? Hey, this is it. Let's see how much we matured as a team. We're going to go out, right? Just try to hang on 24 minutes. Or you're going to go out and play like your last breath, the last play. How do you want people to remember this homecoming? TA hung on for the win, or TA absolutely went out there and just dominated a very good football team?
To start the 3rd, the Red Storm scored another big offensive play.
Russo under center. Handoff this time, Daylight. That's Rabine. Rabine all the way inside the 40-yard line. 1st down, Storm.
Even more damaging than the big gain was an injury to John Riziakis. They wouldn't play another down in the game. Thornton's defense would eventually hold, and Libby would soon provide a trucking of a Red Storm top player.
It's Libby, 40, holds over a tackler. Libby bounces to the outside. Libby to the 15, and finally Corral inside the 10. Bim, bam, boom goes Andrew Libby.
Libby would finish off the drive to extend the lead.
4th and goal. Andrew Libby, touchdown Trojans.
The Trojans found themselves up 28-0 early in the 4th quarter. On the next Red Storm drive, the defense would again come up big, stopping another 4th down attempt.
It's 4th down for Scarborough. The wind picks up. Russo sprints near us. He tucks it under, and he dances to about the 22-yard line, and Thornton will take over on downs, and Kevin Kiesel down there is jumping for joy. He says, good job, boys.
Later in the quarter, Beacon's memorable game would be capped off with another turnover.
Intercepted. Bobby Began with the interception. And brings it out to the 27.
With time winding down in the fourth, Libby had one more piece of magic in him.
Christensen to Libby. 40, 50, 40. Andrew Libby. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Trojans. Andrew Libby. 68 yards.
Began and Libby led a team effort on both sides of the ball in a decisive 35-7 win over previously unbeaten Scarborough. After the game, Libby was able to relish in the win with his brother Luke, who graduated from TA in 2012 and won the Defensive Lineman of the Year award in 2011. After shaking hands, it was all smiles from Coach Kiesel and the 5-0 Golden Trojans.
We're in, boys! Hey, great day. Hey, number one. It's a way to take care of business on your home field. That's a great job, there, fellas. It's a way to finally play with some emotion. That was awesome. Yeah! Woo! Great job. You gotta make big plays, right? Defensively, you came up big. Offensively, guys, hey, that's a way to grind. That's what we talk about playoff football right there. Right? Grind the ball, get the first downs, control the clock. That's a great job, fellas. Hey, let's get your fifth win. What does that mean? Playoff!